Welcome back everybody to part number 40 of Mysterious TikToks. See, my accent always comes out in these intros. Part number 40 with some beans on toast and a bit of tea and biscuits. Oh yes, jolly good. I'm really excited for today's episode because someone has found the biggest black hole, which is called Ton 618, and they found it with their own telescope. And please keep in mind, this is a scary fact, that black hole is 18.2 billion light years away. That's how big it is that we can see it from Earth with a telescope. Crazy. And I'm going to try this now. Apparently if I say like the video, the little animation down there should do a little animation when you press like on this video. So let me know if that works. Leave me a comment about anything you see, and I really hope you enjoy.
What the hell? Okay, something's going on. Something's going on. What is that next to it? A part of me is starting to maybe think like that red drone is someone's drone, like someone here putting it up, like police or something like that, and the one above it is the unidentified drones. I don't know, that's not accurate. I am just saying my theory because that red drone is really low. It's kind of weird. And oh my god, look at that one going.
So I think she's right. I definitely think the orb was there and they sent out this drone to go and investigate. I think that's probably the purpose to why they're building these drones, is for us to go and investigate what those orbs are. But if you agree with that theory or don't, why do you think it is they're making these drones? And what do you think these orbs are? Let me know in the comments down below.
The place where ships and planes disappear. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is located in the Sargasso Sea, a triangle formed by Bermuda Islands, Miami, and San Juan. How many mystical and mysterious stories do you know about this place? The most famous incidents, like the disappearance of 5 US planes in 1945, they were on a training mission and simply disappearance without a trace. The disappearance of a plane carrying 32 people to Miami. The disappearance of a huge cargo ship with a crew of 300. Nearly about 100 mysterious accidents in the 20th century. But many of them are not really credible and have no official confirmation. There are many theories that try to explain this phenomenon, such as the decay of methane hydrate at the bottom of the ocean, which forms large bubbles and sinks ships, weather phenomena in the form of powerful hurricanes, or even aliens. But let's do some math. If we take a map and plot every known plane and shipwreck for 100 years, we can see that the incidents in the Bermuda Triangle are not out of the normal and nothing extraordinary.
I mean, I still wouldn't risk it though. If they said to me that we're going to fly over it in a plane, I'd still be holding on to my seat. I'll be like, no, they're going to take me. We can't even lose an iPhone now because it's tracked. How do they lose cargo ships and planes? And where do these people disappear with no evidence? It's just bizarre. I'm a big fan of Lost, the TV series, and I always think about that. That's possibly like what could happen. You go through the Bermuda Triangle and there's just some random island that you just sit at, but time just stops. Did we just literally watch people being flipping abducted there? You know, that Tic Tac UFO was going to town on whoever was below that. And like I said, the orbs and the Tic Tacs are always seen together. Every single video that I've watched here on the channel where there's a Tic Tac UFO, there's always orbs nearby. So they could be working together. Right, I had to show you this video, guys. So many people have sent this to me. And this is CCTV footage of an orb that literally bursts out of the sea. right? So keep in mind, just keep an eye out for this patch over here, and you'll see something fly out like that fast. A little white orb come out. And another thing, did you notice how this area lit up before the orb? So if you go back to the start, it's dark. It's just darkness. Look, it lights up. So there's something below there, look. And then bang.
What was that?
Yeah, and I think most of us know now that that's where they are. That's where they're hiding. Because we can't get down there, obviously. That's the perfect place to hide. And if they have the technology to be going underwater at hundreds of miles an hour, which no man-made technology can do on Earth, perfect place to hide. But that's a crazy video. So if you got any thoughts on it, let me know down below and we can talk about it. All right, this is the video I've been waiting for. I have been waiting for someone to find Ton 618 for a long time, and I can't believe someone's actually got a telescope that can reach it. 18 billion light years away. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm so excited. Let's give it a watch. Man, that's one heck of a telescope. I need to get one of these. Look at that, it's a flipping beast. It's like he's calling in an airstrike. Wow. How cool is that? He's got a red dot sight on it and everything. Where is it? There it is. I know this picture doesn't do it justice, right? But that is 18 billion light years away. And we can still see it. That is incredible. Right, next video, I'm actually going to show you in comparison to us how big this thing actually is. It's so scary though, because there's something else out there in the galaxy that will make Ton 618 look like a grain of sand. But did you see how insignificant we are compared to Ton 618? And I wonder how a black hole can get that big. How does that happen? That's so... And we're here paying tax and paying bills and stressing about just stuff that don't matter. And there's stuff like that sitting just in the pitch black universe out there.
Scientists sent a spacecraft to an asteroid 63 million kilometers away, grabbed a chunk of it and brought it back to Earth. And they've analyzed the sample, and the results of what is on this asteroid are in. Basically, scientists think that this asteroid used to be part of a much bigger object, like an ancient planet or moon in the early solar system, and this chunk broke off from it. On Earth, life uses these 20 amino acids to create proteins. They found 14 of these 20 amino acids on this asteroid. So you know these 5 nucleotide bases used to make DNA and RNA? Guess how many of these 5 were discovered on the asteroid? All of them. They found all 5 of the building blocks for DNA and RNA on this asteroid. They also found 11 different minerals that form as water containing salt evaporates. Salt water. It's also rich in carbon, nitrogen, and other organic compounds that are essential to life as we know it. All of this means that the object that this asteroid came from had the building blocks for life and probably a salty ocean. It was probably an ancient ocean world, and this asteroid is just a messenger carrying on its history. It's also possible that asteroids just like this are what brought life to Earth in the first place.
Space news is so much better than Earth news. It's not depressing either, like the news is. Every time you turn the channel on, it's something depressing. So it had basically alien life was on it. There was DNA. It's like a life seed. This is why if I could be Superman, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here saving everyone. I'd be out there because Superman can breathe in space, can't he? Well, yeah, Earth would be done. If I became Superman, yeah, I wouldn't be saving people. I would be out there in space, flying around, trying to figure out what's going on. So let's just hope that I don't become a Kryptonian. Okay, so this video right here is going super viral on Reddit. And apparently UFO destroys chemtrail clouds over Paris. And this was a long time ago. This was back in 2016. But someone managed to find the footage and post it because it was quite buried. So this is great that we can watch it here on the channel. Even the title alone is super interesting. So let's give it a watch. Oh, I see it. It seems to be just flying straight. Oh, stop now. So it's just going to wipe out that whole cloud. That is bizarre. Oh, look, it's breaking. Wow. That's it. The aliens are here for us. They're destroying the chemtrails. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's disappearing now. That is so bizarre. I wonder why it's so interested in the trails though. I was watching the strange light since a few minutes and thought it was just a regular craft. I started recording when I saw it accelerating, getting close to this chemtrail. That looks like a different angle this time. Yeah, look at that. It's just getting progressively being destroyed around this object, whatever it is. Just evaporates it, yeah. That's so weird. No wonder, you know what, and this footage was buried. People really had to go digging to get this footage. But I wonder what it was about chemtrails that they were so interested in. I've got nothing else. I reckon that was a bunch of pools up there destroying the chemtrails for us.
They were like, yeah, don't worry, boys, we got you. We're not going to let them gas you out with these chemtrails, all right?
And that is interesting because I've never seen a clip like that before where they've been interested in that. So if you've got any sort of thoughts on that, let me know down below.
See, my surrogate mother was Viola Armstrong. She had a son named Neil.
Oh, really?
As you know, the story goes, he went down to Antarctica, had a heart attack, stroke combo, and came back. And then there was stuff on the internet, and I had to look at Buzz and ask him, Buzz, what happened down there, Bud? Buzz did say one thing, and it just stuck in my head. It's the way he said it. He just said, we thought out things we shouldn't. And if Buzz saw something, I don't know what it was, but it was enough to give the man a heart attack. So if there are beings down there, I would think these beings never planned on us. They've been there, you know, they came in millions of years ago. They've been under ice for millions of years. I don't think they were expecting us.
Let me ask the thing about Buzz Aldrin, that there was this very cryptic tweet that came out during his stay down there. He said, we have seen the faces of evil and we're all in danger. And this is right before he had his heart attack. And I can tell you logistically, to do a medical evacuation from the interior of Antarctica is very difficult and very expensive. So something must have majorly gone wrong.
To underscore the fact that when the C-130 crew had dropped them off, they disappeared. And then when they went to try to find them, there was nothing at the National Science Foundation camp at all. Nothing.
They were
moving.
gone.
They
A
were
dozen
totally
scientists.
gone. And when they did show up, they had been missing for a couple of weeks. And Brian S. and the C-130 flight crew were then sent back. And they were expecting that they would see this group of scientists out to meet their plane, doing this, yelling something. And he said they were lined up like birds on a wire. They were all kind of next to each other, and most of them had their heads down looking at their feet when the C-130 was pulling up. And that somebody had to go from the flight crew over to the scientists and direct them to get onto the plane. And they talked about how not one single scientist said one word. Most of them walked with their looking down at the ground. Brian said when they got them loaded up, he said to his flight chief, "What in the world? Where have they been?" And the flight chief said, "I don't know. We can't get a word out of them." And during the flight, Brian went and sat down next to one of the scientists, and he said he leaned over and touched the scientist's knee, and the man never looked up. And he said, it was as if we were dealing with 12 or 15 people who had suffered post-traumatic shock syndrome, that they were unnaturally frozen in their position and no speaking, and that they all looked afraid. That one of the SEALs that I have talked to that is not in the video said that as they walked for a mile or 2 miles into these very strange created architectures, they reached a point where something started coming through the walls out into the air. At first, it would go in and out of visibility, and then they realized that their minds were being manipulated. And then when they could see it clearly, and it was coming in and out like a television signal in the air, it appeared to be covered with scales, like an armadillo, the surface of an armadillo. And he said, when you are face to face with something like that, and you are trained in military to kill, but you're dealing with something you've never seen, and it can go in and out of visibility, and you know that your mind is being taken over by something that you are fighting. He said that happened in one of those corridors, and that was 2012.
I definitely think there's something out there. There's something out there because there's so many stories. And I just wonder what that person saw. And I just don't think that all hundreds and hundreds of people that all say they saw the same stuff are lying. I mean, some could fabricate a story to sell a book, of course. It seems like the perfect place because it's inaccessible for human beings. We can't get there. Very, very strange, unexplained mysteries of the Antarctic region. Once again, there's nothing left for it. There's nothing left for it, guys. That's what I'm saying. Aliens. Because there's no other logical reason. I don't see any other reason. There's something strange out there. What she was talking about there, about the beings that were going in and out of visibility. Do you remember the Miami Mall event? The people that were there and said they saw beings there said the same thing. They said they were going in and out of visibility. Same sort of descriptions, 2 different locations, but same description. But I've been reading a lot of comments recently, which brings me to my final point, my final word of the day. And a lot of you are struggling. You have to keep going, guys and girls. You have to keep going. You owe it to yourself. Never give up on yourself. Keep fighting because you will win. You will get there. Some people win their battles quicker than others. Some people it takes longer. All the pain that we experience is different for every single person. What's waiting for you at the end is great things that are waiting for you, and Everyone's waiting for you to get to that finish line. And you have to keep going. You can't ever give up, because that's what defines us as people, is these hard times, getting through these hard times, and we've all done it. So if you're going through a hard time right now, at this very day, watching this video, listen to me. I'm a testament and an example of not giving up. And I'm not free from my struggles. Struggling will always be a part of life. But if you give up, you won't get to the point that's been planned for you. You have to keep going. So one day at a time. One day at a time. And I know this is really cliche and original because we don't know each other. We might not ever speak to each other. I wish I could. I wish I could sit down with you and have a coffee with you, and I'll tell you this to your face to face. You know, I would tell you these things because it's the truth. You know, I do care about you, whoever you are, and I please listen to my words when I say, do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. If you want to give up in the world and other things, but not yourself, because you owe it to yourself to keep going. And life will be great for you one day. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Because I was stuck in such a dark place, I thought I would never see the light again. And I know that's pretty extreme, but it was true. I was in such a dark place, I thought I would never get out of it. I thought this is it. I thought that this is my life. But it's not. That was a lie. I was deceived by myself. My own darkness deceived me, to give me no hope, to strip that hope from me. Just hold on a little bit longer, whoever you are, because I can promise you the better days are coming, and you can come back to this channel in the future and thank me for it, because I know I've gone through it. You will get to that point. You're in a dark tunnel right now, but a tunnel ends and it opens up, and the sun will be beaming down on your face. Don't ever forget that, and don't ever give up. And I'll see you tomorrow.